Good morning, vinyl community. It's Steve again with this video of his latest purchases. There are going to be a few videos coming up. I've made quite a few purchases, but I don't want to make one boring video which would send everyone to sleep. I know I've got a bit of a monotonous tone on me, so I'll try and keep the videos as brief as possible, and I'll also will try and improve on the sound quality. I do understand that some people couldn't quite hear me properly, so hopefully this video is going to come across as loud and clear as it can be to you. I don't have a proper microphone. I am recording straight onto my MacBook, and hopefully soon we'll get this all rectified. So without further ado, these purchases have come from a charity shop, so I'll go through these one by one. They are in alphabetical order as always. I'm a bit anal like that. So first up is Leonard Cohen, Songs from a Room. Picked up a few Leonard Cohen records actually. This I believe was his second album. He's an acquired taste, but there's nothing wrong with a bit of Leonard Cohen. This one, Death of a Ladies' Man, was his collaboration with Phil Spector. They co-wrote the songs, they produced the album. A bit of a weird one, to be quite honest, because I associate Leonard Cohen with a very bare, basic sound, and Phil Spector, someone that throws everything in, including the kitchen sink. So, good album. I enjoyed listening to it. But it seemed an unusual marriage. But it does work. The third Leonard Cohen album was his 1979 album, Recent Songs. Again, yeah, not too bad. Enjoyable listen. I think. He's an inquired taste. I think the more I listen to Leonard, the more I probably will enjoy him. I've got quite a lot of downloads, and so it's one of those. And I believe he's really good live now. He lost all his money and he had to support himself by going by go gigging basically. He had the only way he could. To make money, but hey, and people are still enjoying it. I think that's probably one of the good things now, that as people get older, we're appreciating our artists a lot more. Next up, The World of Marianne Faithfull. Now, this is a Decca compilation. It contains As Tears Goes By, and This Little Bird, and a version of Scarborough Fair. There's a version of Beatles Yesterday as well. The World of was like the sort of best of that Decca used to issue out. The whole load of them. There's some quite weird and wonderful artists. Quite a lot I will not pick up. But what wasn't quite unusual towards the end of the time with Decca is you had in the corner an indication whether you had a stereo or mono recording. So it could well be, if it was red, it was a mono, blue, it was stereo, and that shows up actually in the inner bag. Let me just show you. There you go. So the bag said, and the actual label set indicated whether it was mono or stereo. Another Moody Blues album. This is Octave. This is the album released. It was their comeback album, and it took a 5-year break, which was quite radical in the 70s. They'd simply had enough of each other, and it's fair to say when they came back, even though it was a good album, all was still not well. Mike Pinder had moved to California, and I think he felt estranged from the band, and this was his last recording with the band. In fact, he left before they toured. um, which is a shame. It sort of broke up the classic lineup. But you know, people move on. Patrick Moraz came in. I think somehow the total dynamic of the group changed with that, in my opinion. But you know, it's people move on. You know, people change over the years. You know, your friendship, how you view people, your friendships change. I think I've known that in real life. You know, so God knows what it's like if you've been cooped up with a person day by day for 10, 15 years. You know, it can affect your relationships pan out. I can see why people would fall out in that situation. Elvis Presley, or Plus Frutti Plus Grand Success. This is Elvis, sort of greatest hits compilation of Elvis. It was come out in KTEL in France. And what I like about this is really a lot to do with all the early stuff. We're talking here Heartbreak Hotel, Misty Trade, Good Rockin' Tonight, Money Honey, version of Tutti Frutti, Shake, Rattle and Roll, Jailhouse Rock, Hound Dog, Blue Suede Ships, all the real rocking stuff. I think the stuff that I think I'd like to feel like how Elvis comes across. And yeah, I love this album. You know, it just constantly plays, and I know people out there are big Elvis fans. I've seen an English version of this, but this was slightly cheaper. The fact it's in French, it just adds more to the charm of it. Simon Garfunkel, Sound of Silence. It comes from 1965, and it's a compilation. Well, it's got the Sound of Silence on, Kathy Song, Homeward Bound, I'm a Rock. Homeward Bound, for those who don't know, was written in the UK. Paul Simon just played a gig in a town in Cheshire called Widnes, and while waiting for the train, he was feeling a bit melancholy. That's where he wrote Homeward Bound, and there is a plaque that signifies that fact. Yeah, good album. It covers not the greatest nick, but it plays, and that's the important thing. Motown Chartbusters Volume 3, and I've got Volume 5. What I was happy with this is the serial number, it's in mono, so that's very pleasing to have picked up a copy of that. It's got Marvin Gaye, Heard It Through the Grapevine, My Sherry and More, Stevie Wonder, Isley Brothers, This Old Heart of Mine. It includes Behind a Painted Smile, which is one of my favourite Motown songs. And also got Track of My Tears by Smokey Roberts and the Miracles, which is one of my favourite songs of all time. I just love that song. I love the opening, that melancholic guitar riff. Oh, brilliant. What can I say? What can I say? I always love a bit of like Motown. It always brings a smile to my face. Now, another late 60s compilation I picked up, The Rock Machine Turns You On. And this is, as describes, the contemporary sound is on CBS now. It's a bit of a weird and wonderful thing. You've got Bob Dylan, I'll Be Your Baby Tonight. Got some Moby Grape, Spirit, United States of America, Blood, Sweat and Tears, The Byrds are on there. Simon Garfunkel feature on this album. And then you've got some real wonderful names. Elmer Gantry's Velvet Opera, but my favourite, The Peanut Butter Conspiracy. I hope people can tell me more about them. I suspect that if there is an album out there by them, it would probably cost lots because I've never heard of them. I suspect it never travelled very far in the UK. So I'll be interested to hear if there's any more of their stuff out there. The final album in this section, again, it's another compilation. This is soul. It's an Atlantic and Stax compilation. We've got Mustang Sally by Mick Wilson Pickett, Sweet Soul Music by Arthur Conley. That's one of my favourites. A bit of Otis Redding, Fa 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 Fa, Sad Song. Aretha Franklin, I'll Never Love a Man the Way I Love You. I love soul. I love soul from this period. So I was happy to pick this up. Just a great recording. And that was that and that little pack, and it cost me about £8 in total. So it's always worth popping into the charity shops. They do get a bad rap in the UK because sometimes they don't charge basically what the record's worth. They sometimes look it on the artist. I was recently in one where they had a couple of Wings albums, and they were selling them for £10, and where they were selling other albums for a couple of quid, purely because it's Paul McCartney. If it's got Paul McCartney's name on it, it's worth a lot more money. So you've got to be a bit wary of. I would say be wary of charity shops. They're there to make money for their charities, but just if you're feeling that if it's too expensive, don't buy it. Somebody will buy it, but if they don't, they'll reduce the price. I think it's about being realistic. You'll not get the bargain you hope for. You may find something that's good, and you think, oh, I like that, and it might be a decent price. If you do, well done. That's why people scout the charity shows. It's a bit different than the thrift stores in the US, because they're hoping to find that bargain. That might be a lot of money they can put on eBay, or maybe just for themselves. But it's half the fun of going in the charity shops is finding something decent, and you always do. Somebody will donate. Not everybody's out there to try and make money for themselves. People will give up their records basically because they don't need them anymore. Other people do. So I'll keep hunting in the charity stores, and you never know what you might find. So on that point, I'll leave it for that. So again, thank you for viewing the video. Thank you for taking your time out to make comments. I do appreciate it. I will reply to everyone. And I am new to this, so any hints, tips, I'm more than grateful to receive. I won't take any personal abuse, but anything, if I'm doing something wrong, please tell me. I won't take offence. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, and keep listening to the music, and keep smiling, and until next time. Oh, don't forget, if you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button as well. Thanks.